Cody back here again with another Vinyl Finds video, and been slacking a little bit, been a little behind finding time to make a video, working, and just not really having the time to find it, but I definitely have been finding the time to buy records because I have about probably 20 or so, maybe a little bit more than 20 albums to show, which I've been obviously accumulating for a while, but I'm going to just go straight into showing what I have picked up in the last, however long it has been since the last time I've done a video, and just going to start showing them off. I'm going to try to do it as quickly as possible for this video. It's not like 1,000 hours long, but going straight into it, the first 4 albums or so I'm going to show I actually picked up at Electric Key Records. He actually gave me this record carrying bag when I was in there last time. Great store in Franklin, Indiana. Definitely recommend going in there. Don't go in there as often as I would like to, just because their hours kind of don't always line up with me being able to get in there, because of my working hours are like pretty much the same as their opening and closing, so it's kind of hard to get in there unless I get in there on a day that I happen to have off or on a Saturday. But I went in there a couple weeks ago and picked up a few things. Mainly I wanted to get the Jerry Cantrell Degradation Trip Volumes 1 and 2. This is the music on vinyl. I did pick up the music on vinyl of just a Degradation Trip, back, it probably came out 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years ago now. It was a little while ago, but I picked up the music on vinyl version of that one. When I saw that this was being reissued in volumes 1 and 2, I definitely had to pick it up for the Jerry Cantrell collection and the Alice in Chains collection. Just a great album from Jerry Cantrell. And that's really, in my opinion, the way to listen to it. Degradation Trip is that volume 1 and 2 set. Definitely just an awesome set. And then I also picked up the music on vinyl version of Album of the Year, Faith No More. And the Faith No More album I didn't have, and one that I definitely, when I saw it in there, I figured I might as well pick it up. I wouldn't mind at some point adding an original. And then I also picked up the Corrosion of Conformity, No Cross, No Crown. This is their newest album, came out in 2018, I think, and this is on the purple, orange colored vinyl, which looks really cool. And I think this album came out like several different colors. Like this one's limited to 500, but I feel like they have had like 5 or 6 different colors that were like limited to 500. But definitely had to add that one to the Corrosion of Conformity collection. And the last thing I picked up at the Electric Key Records is Soul Coughing Circles original single from 1998. And it only has, the singles. It's got the Circles song on there, just 4 different ways. It's got the album version, the extended instrumental, extended mix, and the radio mix. But, like Soul Coughing, and figured for, it wasn't very expensive, might as well pick it up. And the next album I'm going to show is actually the newest Atlantis Morse album, Such Pretty Forks in the Road. And this is the Barnes & Noble. I picked this one up at Barnes & Noble's, the exclusive color on clear vinyl. I'm not gonna lie, I've not even had time to listen to this yet. Kind of listened to like a few songs off of it, and from what I heard, it's not too bad. I was supposed to see Atlantis Morse actually this summer, and of course with everything else, it's got postponed until next year, and hopefully it can happen next year. But looking forward to eventually, hopefully, seeing Atlantis Morse in concert in the near future, hopefully. And the next, pretty much everything, but the last 2 albums, all came from the Vinyl Rescue Project. I actually made a trip there earlier today. The first thing I'm going to show is one that I've been really anticipating coming out. Is the Collective Soul, self-titled, first time ever on vinyl. One of those albums I've been dying to have on vinyl, and finally, the first album was also reissued today, but I picked that up on Record Store Day like 3 or 4 years ago, when it was on that red colored vinyl, so I didn't really feel the need to pick that one up. And the funny thing about this is I actually had this on pre-order from SRC Vinyl, and I got the shipping notification like yesterday, and it's like it's supposed to arrive on Monday. But I went to the Vinyl Rescue Project and I saw that he had it, picked it up, and the funny thing is I also pre-ordered this album off of Bull Moose as well, because they had like an exclusive blue collared vinyl out of 1,000. So I picked that up, and I'm glad I did because it's sold out now, I believe. But I got the shipping notification that's also supposed to be here Monday. But not too upset about that, because my dad likes Collective Soul as well, so I guarantee you he'll gladly take that my extra copy off of my hands. But definitely had to pick that up just to be able to listen to it before Monday, especially on a weekend, because that's when I have the most of my time. Then I also picked up the That Dog reissues that came out. I don't know if they came out today, but I picked them up today. The first, their sophomore album, Crushed Out, totally crushed out. In their album that came out in 1997, From the Sun, Retreat from the Sun. Retreat from the Sun is what it's called. And definitely glad that these two got reissued. Really kind of wish that their first album would get reissue treatment, and hopefully maybe at some point it's going to. Their first album, though, is really stellar, and it's the first album I've had on my Discogs want list for a long time. It doesn't seem like it's overly expensive, but it seems like it's usually only overseas that you can see it. So and when it does pop up, it's like $20, but then you gotta pay $20 for shipping, so it's kind of defeats the purpose. But if I can't find it soon, I actually might break down and end up doing that. But I also picked up this Deep Purple compilation album, When We Rock, We Rock, and When We Roll, We Roll. Came out in 1978, so it's a compilation of their greatest hit songs from the time they started till 1978. So there's a few songs obviously missing, but there's a lot of great songs on here, like Space Truck and Kentucky Woman, Burn, Woman from Tokyo, Hush, Smoke on the Water, Highway Star. And some of them are like live takes, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I actually have this or had this at one point, but I don't remember it being great condition. So I figured for like a couple bucks, might as well add it to the collection. And then I also picked up a couple weeks ago the Jayhawk's newest album, XOXO, and this is on white vinyl. I've honestly not even opened this album yet. I'm looking forward to listening to it, actually having some time to listen to it. But it also does have the bonus CD with 3 bonus tracks on it. And then I also picked up the music on vinyl version of Tin Machine 2, of course, David Bowie's band. I think they only had 2 albums, actually, so this is probably their second and last album, but this is the music on vinyl version. On silver vinyl, I've actually not opened this one yet either, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm probably not gonna take out. And it says limited to 10,000. 10,000 doesn't seem too limited to me. It actually seems like a pretty high number, but it is numbered. I have 4,062 out of 10,000. Then I also picked up, this is an original copy of Wilco, Sky Blue Sky, and another solid album from Wilco. And I've been kind of on a kick of picking up Wilco and listening to Wilco albums. Actually, you're gonna see more Wilco albums that I'm gonna be showing off here when I get to it down on the list. But I also picked up Bob Dylan's newest album, Rough and Rowdy Ways. Probably one of my favorite Dylan albums in a while, and it's on this gold vinyl, which I think was an indie store exclusive. Yeah, indie actually says it right on the cover. Limited edition gold vinyl exclusive to independent record stores. So definitely cool to add that one, but pretty good Bob Dylan album in my opinion. And then I also picked up Fiona Apple, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. I mean, when this came out, I definitely knew that no matter what, I was going to pick it up on vinyl. Fiona Apple is just an amazing singer, songwriter. And this is another one I've actually had pre-ordered. I actually pre-ordered this album like the day that the album dropped. I pre-ordered the vinyl, knowing that was going to come out in like June or July. off of her official website, which is like handled by Music Today. And I picked this up at the Vinyl Rescue Project, and I didn't even get a shipping notification from Music Today that I had shipped out until like the Wednesday after it had already been out on, you know, they could go to pretty much any record store and pick it up. So a little frustrating. Then on top of that, the post office decided just to like hold it in the Indianapolis location for like 2 weeks, and I actually kind of had to contact the post office and see like what was up, which they really couldn't tell me anything, but they got it moving for me after like 2 weeks of sitting there. I mean, I get, you know, the coronavirus and all this pandemic and stuff going on, but kind of crazy that I was sitting at the post office, which is like 30 minutes away from me, just for 2 weeks. It just seems like, I don't know, kind of negligent in my opinion. But I finally got it the other day, and I gave my extra copy to my dad. But definitely a great album from Fiona Apple. And I also picked up Rembrandt Pussy Horse, The Butthole Surfers, the original 1986 album from the Butthole Surfers. And the Rolling Stones have been kind of, seems like there have been a number of these albums coming out, the Half Speed Mastered. I just picked up the Bridges to Babylon, a Rolling Stone album that I really kind of wanted and have been wanted for a while. Originally came out in 1997. So, I mean, the Half Speed Master sounds fantastic as well. And then the next few things I'm going to show is another Wilco. And this is an original 2002 copy of Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. And one that I'm glad I was able to find it at the Vinyl Rescue Project, an original copy of. It's just a great Wilco album. Probably one of my favorite Wilco albums. Up there with like Summer Teeth. And then I also picked up Danny in the Underworld T-Rex. This is, I believe, the final T-Rex album. I think it came out just like a couple months before Mark Bolan had passed away in that car accident. But it says 1987 pressing. Pretty sure it's a 1988 pressing when I was logging into my Cogs. But the T-Rex album I needed to add to the collection. And I also picked up the Neil Young Homegrown. This is the Record Store Day edition. Just has like the just the album cover print inside. It's just on black vinyl though. This is like one of those albums that unreleased stuff that he had recorded in like the 70s coming out now. So definitely had to pick that up. And then last week he was having a 7-year anniversary 25% off sale, and I picked up a few albums on that sale. I picked up the Shrine Primitive Blast. This is the Shrine's first album, and this one is on white vinyl. I think they released that on a couple different colors. This is the white album. And I've also picked up Dio, Angry Machines. Originally came out in 1986. This is, of course, the recent reissue that came out, I want to say last year. I picked that one up with the Cell. And the next few albums I'm going to show are things that I've actually got at the collection that he's been doing. He hasn't been doing it as much lately. He actually hasn't probably done it in probably about 3 weeks, maybe even longer. So I don't know how much longer he's going to do it, but I picked up a few things in there. I picked up Corrosion of Conformity 9, I believe that's what it's called, and this one is on gray or silver color. And then I also picked up Deep Purple Fireball, and this is the 1996 anniversary edition, which is really cool. It's got a lot of cool extra tracks and stuff. It's got like Strange Kind of Woman, A-side remix 96, I'm Alone B-side, Freedom album outtake, Slow Train album outtake, Demon's Eye remix 96, and a bunch of other stuff on there. Just a lot of cool stuff, and that it sounds really, really good. The whole remix and everything. So definitely glad I picked that up. But that's the only two things that I had picked up from that collection. And like I said, he's not done it in a long time, but I mean, if he does stop doing it, actually probably be a good thing for me. But I picked up so much good stuff from that collection in the last year, so definitely happy that all that stuff has been coming in there. But the last two things I'm going to show is albums I gotten off of Cogs. First being the Refreshments. And this is a Record Store Day album. I actually found this on Discogs. I've been actually trying to find it for a while, and it finally popped up. And I picked it up, and it's not like it was overly expensive or anything. I think it was like maybe $20. But definitely glad I was able to finally track that down. Definitely an underrated album from the 90s. I think it originally came out in 1996. And I think it was a 2015 Record Store Day release. But definitely glad to have had that one. And the last one I'm going to show is an original 1996 copy of Wilco, Being There. Like I said, I've been kind of on a Wilco kick, but another solid album, original 1996 album from Wilco. But that is all the albums that I have to show since the last Vinyl Finds video, so hopefully not overly too long, but that is all the stuff I have to show. Don't really think I have anything to ramble on about right now. I'm sure I do, but no one wants to hear it. But anyway, thanks again guys for watching. I hope everyone has a great day and stay safe.